importance of play for children's learning and development is central in the new edition of Developmentally Appropriate Practice. Children's play takes many forms and serves multiple purposes in children's lives. One kind of play that is most valuable for children as learners, and thus important for early childhood teachers to focus on supporting in the classroom, is complex imaginative play, where children plan a scenario, take on roles, use props. For example, I'll be the doctor, and you be the father bringing his baby in for a checkup, and this funnel will be my stethoscope. These days, however, many children are just not engaging in this rich, high-level play, which was so common in past generations and is so valuable for children's development and learning. In part, this change may be the result of the time young children now spend in passive pursuits, such as playing video games and watching television. Whatever the reasons, early childhood teachers today need to provide children with the experiences, materials, and interactions they need to reach the level of play that brings them so many benefits, enhancing language, physical, and social emotional development, including self-regulation, and stimulating thinking and problem-solving. Young children's play is inherently an open-ended and child-guided activity. We see many examples of children learning as they engage in the complex imaginative play I just spoke about, as well as play in which they manipulate objects, figure out how things work, and practice new skills. Teachers have important roles in supporting the kinds of play that promote learning. They may add complexity with new materials or challenges, or by asking questions such as, "What else do you think this bridge needs?" Good teachers will also make comments and ask children questions about their play, such as, "What do you think will happen if you pour all the water in the bottle into this cup?" Teachers may also model pretend play and language interactions. For example, the teacher might say to the children playing house, "We need to make sure we have all the ingredients to bake a cake for our visitors. Shall we make a shopping list?" And adding new play possibilities, vocabulary, and roles to the scenario. There are many other things teachers do to add value to children's play and enable them to reach new levels. Example shows children engaged in high-level play. The kindergartners we see here have had plentiful play experiences and support along the way to reach this high level in their play skills. And we can see that the teachers are still at work helping them stretch to even higher levels.
It has red dots right here.
What do you think the red dots are?
Emergency.
Emergency. Do you see the plane flying by? Do you think the red dots might help that plane know that there's a big bridge there? Do you think our bridge is high enough that it would need some warning signs on it? Oh, so you're saying in that book they have lights on the bridge. What could we use for lights? What do we have in our block area that we could use for lights? Right. Let's see where those lights will go. Aha. What do you think, Alex? I like that idea. Jacob, what are you adding now? Can you tell me about what you're making here?
It was just made. It was flipped over the wrong way.
Oh, okay.
It flipped it over.
And what is that piece in the middle going to do? What are you using that for? Is that a walkway or what is that?
It's like a skateboard thing. It's water skateboards under there.
Oh, wow. Alex, tell me about what's happening here.
Making a tunnel.
Are you needing more pieces underneath it to support it? Oh, you want to try that? what we did was we felt like we were seeing a lot of the same things happening in blocks. So we took a very simple idea of cutting out a piece of blue fabric and shaping it like a piece of water, either a lake or a pond. And we placed it in the middle of the block area. Gail had a chance to talk to the children at first, and I worked with them later on. Maybe you can explain the initial conversations based on what the water was going to lead to.
We just brought the children over to the block area as a group, and so they would notice the change in the block area. And the first thing that came out of their mouths is, why is that there? and we said, well, this is something that maybe it's going to be in the block area, and we didn't think about that. How is that going to make our block buildings different? And immediately the children were bombarding us with ideas and very excited and said, oh, bridges, and we could have houses around the lake. And I think that's about where it ended at that point. And then we said if we could even bring in Legos into the block area, and that was when they initially thought of boats. Legos could be made of boats. So we had the benefit of having a few books in our block area on both bridges and boats, so we were able to bring those out.
At NEYC, we recognize the importance of continuing dialogue in the field about the major elements of developmentally appropriate practice. And we hope the interviews and video examples in this presentation contribute to those discussions. To further enrich the conversation, NEYC is producing 2 more distance learning programs and launching a page on the NAEYC website devoted to developmentally appropriate practice.